Hi, my name is Trace Dean. I'm the Assistant Professor of Theater here at College of the Desert. And today we are here, Ashley and I are here to talk to you about the upcoming musical production of A Little Night Music at the McCallum Theater. A Little Night Music tells the story of Frederick Eggerman, who is a middle-aged lawyer. It also tells the story of his wife and his mistress and how they all end up in Palm Springs together. It's about high society and the glamorous life, and hilarity ensues. Popular songs like Send in the Clowns. It's a popular Stephen Sondheim musical. Some of you may have heard of him. He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Just pretty good.
And it's going to be a tremendous musical. We want you to come and see it. As far as myself and the production, I'm not directing the production. We have a marvelous director in Shaw Newman and a wonderful musical director in Darlene Romano. Today we're here with Ashley Hernandez. She's a cast member in the show, and she is a COD alumni. And Ashley, first of all, tell us about your role in the show and a little bit about your character.
I play Desiree Armfeld, a woman who travels around to all these little towns trying to keep that career going, and then she meets her old lover. And the plots ensue of how to obtain him, but he's married, and just all this fun and confusion on stage about people's happiness. It just surrounds this woman. And then it's just, I don't know, you'll have to see it. It's just hilarious. I just crack up when I'm in a rehearsal watching other people run about stage.
You have a lot of amazing cast members in this show. Mimi Hines, a guest artist, a star of Broadway and television. What is it like, you know, to be able to know that you're going into a show, you're going to work with her, and then your fellow castmates as well? I
watched several of her performances on YouTube, and I just sat like this, eyes big, ready to cry, gonna be starstruck, solely because I know she's coming to work. She's a professional, and she's great at that. And to be experiencing that energy, and she's playing my mom. So you know she's gonna have that sarcasm, that wit, that you better be on your toes and know what you're saying so we can play and develop a world. And this woman, I will bow at her feet off stage, but when we're on stage, I expect, she demands me to come as a professional and as my character, ready to put on the best show we can at the McCallum.
And what are the rest of your castmates like?
Oh my goodness, okay. I sit there next to Darlene Romano, who's the director, and by Shaw, and I just watch them in awe. The voices that come out, Emily, who's playing and then there's Petra, played by Kara. Their voices are just like heaven. And then there was Paul and the other Paul. They play the conflicting men, and they are just so much fun to work with, and such a pleasure. And there's so much trust with them. And the Lieber singers, they're the people who are the gods of our stage, telling us what we feel in our minds and what the audience knows is going to happen. And they are absolutely amazing.
And you, your story as far as COD, this is not your first rodeo with COD.
No,
you were a student here, you're alumni.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about your experience when you were a student here at College of the Desert.
Okay. I was here from 2003 to 2008, and while I was here, I was a chemical engineer major. Science was what's going to make the money, parents said. And one day I just needed something different. And I went into makeup class with Linda Sheps. She invited me to work on Gypsy, which was directed by Michelle Gaines. And Michelle was watching me put on makeup. And she's like, "You don't belong here. Meet me in theater 2, you're going to start acting classes." And from then on, I changed my major. Parents cried, didn't understand why, and I fought and fought and fought. And with the right mentoring, with the right encouragement and truthfulness of going, no, you're doing that wrong. If this is what you want to do for profession, you have to do A, B, and C. And I appreciate that foundation until Yeah, until the end of time, basically.
And you grew up here in the Coachella Valley, correct?
Yes, I'm third generation here. My grandparents went to Coachella Valley High. Parents went to Indio. I went to Desert Chapel, which is in Palm Springs, a private school. Then with 5 brothers, we couldn't afford college, so I came to COD, and it was the best decision of my life. I was able to be exposed to so much in so little time and have such a great support. I had anthropology teachers, Dr. Hardy, support theater.
Right.
I had chemistry teachers who supported opera. So there was a great community basis of going, hey, we demand this in our classes, but if you're in a show, we will be there.
And you mentioned too that you had a big family, so
Yes.
were you the first member of your family to actually go above and beyond high school, or?
I was the first family to go to a university. So my mom started here. It wasn't for her. She went to a vocational school for the hospital, and I went here and transferred to Cal State San Bernardino, which is a sister school, has the same feel of demand but one-on-one training, and I absolutely love it. 2 classes away from my BA, just had to take a little break. Came here, knew I was getting a little rusty in performing, and just came and performed, and I couldn't ask for a better opportunity.
Well, before we go, any person who's in a musical has a favorite musical number. So what is your favorite musical number that you don't want to tell people about who are going to come and see this show? What's your favorite musical number from the show?
Musical number, there's several. There's 2 duets that I absolutely love. Wouldn't It Be Wonderful is sung by both of the men, and it's just hilarity. And then Every Day's a Little Death. There's just something about that song of Charlotte, played by Kelly, and then Anne, who's Emily, and both of those women just contemplate about their life situations and what they do about it. And it's just amazing to see that all of us have been in both of those characters' positions. So there's so much more, you know, Sending in the Clowns is in the song, Liaisons, which Mimi Hines is going to perform, and then A Weekend in the Country, which is all of us. It just hits home.
Well, we want to make sure that everybody watching this, they're able to come and see the show. They see these wonderful songs. They see these wonderful actors and singers and performers at the McCallum Theater, A Little Night Music. It's May 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And it's going to be a tremendous, tremendous production. Thank you so much, Ashley.
Thank you, Trace.
And we'll see you all at the theater. Join College of the Desert for Stephen Sondheim's comic masterpiece, A Little Night Music. This COD production is set in mid-century Palm Springs, where lovers unite and secrets are revealed. Featuring the hit song, Send in the Clowns.